Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. To validate environment variables in a next.js application using ZID, which is a TypeScript-first schema declaration and validation library, you can follow the steps below. 1. Install ZID. First, you need to install ZID in your next.js project by running the following command in your terminal. 2. Create a validation schema for your environment variables. You can create a validation schema for your environment variables using ZID. Here is an example of how you can define a schema. In this example, we have defined a schema for environment variables that require the port to be a non-empty string, API_URL to be a valid URL, API_key to be a string, and max_users to be an integer. 3. Validate the environment variables. You can validate your environment variables against the schema you defined. Here is an example of how you can validate the environment variables. In this code snippet, we fetch the environment variables and store them in an object. We then use the parse method of the ZID schema to validate the environment variables. If the validation fails, an error will be thrown with details about the validation errors. 4. Use the validated environment variables in your next.js application. Once you have validated the environment variables, you can use them in your next.js application as needed. By following these steps, you can effectively validate your environment variables in a next.js application using ZID. This helps ensure that your application runs smoothly and securely when using environment variables. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or need further clarification.